Hello YouTube, today I'm at Essen Stadtbahn. I'm hunting some old DLR trains. I would just like to point out that the tickets here and also in Wuppertal are very confusing. So much like in Cologne and indeed in Frankfurt, the system here is the Stadtbahn, but it's also the U-Bahn, and this is a U-Bahn station on the Stadtbahn, so it's a tram which runs underground through the city centre. What's also interesting about this particular system is that a lot of the rolling stock is inherited from the Docklands Light Railway in London. They were of course heavily modified when they arrived, with drivers' cabs being added and pantographs, so they are barely recognisable, but they are in fact the original P86 and P89 stock. I've come all the way here to have a ride on one.
The P86/P89 series were the first generation of light rail vehicles to run on the Docklands Light Railway in London, but they were withdrawn after just a few years of operation. Since they were still relatively new, they were bought by Essen for the Stadtbahn, where the trains moved from 1991 onwards, and today run on lines U11, U17 and U18, alongside Stadtbahn B cars. At Essen Hauptbahnhof you can also see trams of the Essen Stadtbahn, a tramway with a short section underground, as opposed to the Stadtbahn, a metro system with some short sections of tramway, because that's not at all confusing.
Actually, there does seem to be some distinction between the U-Bahn and the tram, because that's a tram 101, and this is specifically the U11. But these do run as trams in the suburbs, as we will soon see. Here's another tram, 105. The trams look a lot newer, as if they were actually bought first hand, not second hand. It's actually more recognisable when it's covered in adverts, because this one actually looks a bit more like, coincidentally looks a bit more like the old DLR livery, while the unadvertised ones are just plain yellow. There's a much older looking tram. Oh no, that's the U11. So this is one of the trains that isn't an old DLR train. So not all the old DLR trains, but this is also quite old. So here I am at the terminus of the U17, Margarettenhof, where the track goes down to single briefly and then doubles back up for the actual terminus. So at this end it is very much a tram, although it is a high floor tram. As somebody from Manchester, that doesn't really faze me because we have high floor trams.
Before I continued onwards to Hanover, I remembered the particular history of P86 unit number 11, which prior to its service on the Docklands Light Railway participated in Project Light Rail, running along a small section of the now abandoned Fallowfield Loop in Manchester to demonstrate light rail to the good citizens of the city. As the P86s are still running today, I decided to try and find it.
All I have to do to find the old Debdale Park train is find unit number 5211. It is in service, but it could well be sitting in a depot today, for all I know. This is 5240. That there is 5234. This is number 5236. 5230 has just pulled into the other platform, which means it's already gone all the way there and back. That's the one I was on, so after a while I will have sat through every single train that's in service today, which means number 11 is probably sitting in the depot. Not even a DLR train. That's 5228 in front of that one. It's got kind of blue, these two are slightly newer looking livery. A bit of extra blue in there. The one on the back is 5239. What is this? It's a very old looking tram. Some kind of heritage service maybe. Been seeing the same unit again and again, so I must conclude that with reasonable certainty it's not in service today.
I tried to call up Verkehrsverbund Rhein-Ruhr, the operator of the system, to ask if the train was in service, but I didn't get particularly far.
What do you want to ride to?
I'm looking for a particular train. It's number 5211.
5211.
Yes.
What is this train? The U-Bahn.
It's on the U-Bahn, yeah. Do you know if it's running today?
I'm sorry, I understand you, please.
Sorry?
I'm sorry, I understand you.
Only months later, when I finally got round to editing this video, did I do a little more digging to discover that, for some strange reason, Unit 5211 has been withdrawn and scrapped a few years ago, despite the rest of the fleet continuing to run in service. It's a real shame, as the history of that particular unit would have made it worthwhile preserving back in the UK.